And welcome back, peeps, to another wonderful episode of The World of Ted, where we explore how single-hearted saints can learn, live, and love truly enjoyable dating. So we've got Singles Awareness Day around the corner, so I thought we're going to take a break from our Nacho Libre excursion. So we'll pick that up next time, but for this episode of The World of Ted, with Singles Awareness Day upon us, I thought I would look at this old blog post from Old Maid Mormon, and I went through pretty much all that she's had. She seemed to have quit. The last post she had is from like 2018, so she seemed to have quit blogging. And, for whatever the reason, that's her deal. But, when I saw this one, I didn't really read through it. I just saw the title and thought, I have to save this for when Valentine's Day comes up next year. So now here we are, Singles Awareness Day coming up. So let's just pull this up and we can get started just diving right into this. So you can see that this is, she was anticipating Singles Awareness Day back in 2017. And just the title right here. How do I survive Singles Awareness Day with a little help from my friends? I got the Beatles playing in my head now. Great. I guess she's the one in the middle, and she's surrounded by all of her friends. But what is that? Does this say happy birthday? Is that it looks like a birthday photo for somebody. It's like they're throwing a birthday party for somebody. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's dive into what she says here. I know many amazing single, never married women like myself. Herein, oh goodness, I gotta come with some funny name for this. I'll call it the let's see, what am I gonna? I'll have to think of a good name for it. Right now, I'm just gonna call it the Provo State. Here in the Provo State, who aren't dating. 2 simple reasons being single, men don't ask. And the numbers are skewed against, here we go again. This is so absolutely ridiculous, okay? First of all, look at the first reason, right? This is why she's not blogging anymore. This is why she's lost her steam. Because there's nothing to be gained out of negativity. You can't propel yourself on negativity. It doesn't work. And the only way it does work is to become totally embittered. And nobody wants that. I even hurt your cause for marriage even more. So look at this. The 2 reasons. She says she's not married. One, the 2 she's never married women are not dating. Women are not dating because why? Men aren't asking them. Okay, I got 2 problems with that. First of all, you're placing all of the impetus on men. All the responsibility for your life is somebody else's fault. Who wants to be with that? What's enticing about that? Why should I, as a man, want to be with somebody who's always going to put the blame for everything on me? What's enticing about that? Nothing. Therefore, we're not asking you out. There's the first thing. The other problem I have with this, in addition to, you're putting your responsibility for your life and your happiness off onto somebody else, okay, your refusal to own your life, that's one big problem I have with that. But the other big problem I have with that is you're looking at this all screwed up. It's like, if you want better results, you need to take better action. We want better results without making any changes in ourselves. So instead of looking inside of ourselves and thinking, okay, I'm not getting the results I want, it must be because I'm not doing what needs to be done to get the results I want. What changes do I need to make in me? She's all off in this la-la land of, why can't somebody just love me for me? Why do I have to make changes to get different exactly what, and I have a serious problem with that because, again, you are not owning your life. And the longer you resist owning your life, the more you're putting yourself in this self-made prison where you're not allowed to access the happiness and joy and freedom that come from taking ownership over your life and your happiness. Now, that's just the first reason. Don't get me started on reason number 2. The numbers are skewed against us. Again, this is this whole idea about how, it's somebody else. We're the victim. It's somebody else's fault. It's somebody else's responsibility. And if only they would act differently, we would have what we want. We would have the life we want. Our lives would be better. Give me a break. The numbers skewed against you. Now, there's no denying that the whole numbers thing can make things more difficult, but it doesn't make them impossible, right? Attraction has nothing to do with numbers. Think about that for a minute. Attraction has nothing to do with numbers. It has everything to do with what you're presenting to somebody else. Because it's all biology, right? You present the right triggers, boom, you get the result out. That's really what it is. So learn to make changes in yourself so you get the right triggers. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, you're throwing your hands up in the air, because you're like, why should it have to be that way? Well, what do you mean, why should it have to be that way? Successful people don't deal with the reality as they want it to be. They deal with reality as it is. They don't deal with what they want to be reality and act according to that, because that's not reality. Reality is what is. And if you act according to what is, you'll get better results out. Be it Valentine's Day or any other day, there is no dating amongst singles in the Salt Lake area. That's why my single heterosexual girlfriends and I get together every year and have our own fun. Necessity is indeed the mother of invention. So instead of looking inside yourself, getting good with you on the inside, making changes in you so you get better results, what do? Misery loves company. Let's go find other people who are just as miserable as we are, and we're going to get together, and we're going to throw the biggest pity party that's ever been seen. God. Forget Coffee Meets Bagel, Tinder, or even LDS Planet this Valentine's Day. I tried all those dating sites years ago, paid the $30+ yearly fees. Oh, yeah, you could tell times have changed. And all these sites are charging more than that now. So my Prince Charming could message me back. We'd meet up, fall madly in love, and live happily ever after, right? Well, I made the effort and sent many messages to potential single fellas. Many of them looked very promising, even if their profile pics looked just a little too perfect. No Valentine's Day emerged. I got nothing but radio silence. Well, of course you did, honey. Because what you're presenting is not very enticing. It never fails, right? It just never fails. It's like the laws of the universe will operate regardless of whether or not you understand them. And instead of trying to understand what's going on, she just throws her hands up in the air and says, well, because there can't be anything wrong with her. There can't be any changes needed in her, right? It's got to be, the other person's fault for why she's not getting the results that she wants. And of course, she's deluded herself. Look at what she said. While I made the effort and sent many messages to potential single, you think the only effort you have to make is show up and send out a message that says, hi, here I am? You think that's how it works? Because I mean to tell you, that's not how it works. And I also mean to tell you, you didn't make much effort. I give you kudos for sending a message out. But you can't just do that and say, I made the effort. Really? All you did was show up and try to start a conversation. That's making the effort? Please. Please. You know what men really want, what quality men really want is a helpmeet. Someone who will help them meet their potential. And if you're not doing the work to look inside yourself and make something of yourself, make the changes you need to make inside of yourself to put yourself in this position to be somebody that someone else is going to want to be with, to have a life that's interesting, that someone's going to want to be a part of and share with, where's the enticement? Why would anyone say yes to you? And I don't mean to be putting you down. I mean to be lifting you up by, helping you to realize reality. Fear not, text messages from my best girlfriends who made up for my disappointing attempts at online dating. Yeah, your disappointing attempts at online dating are disappointing because all you do, it sounds to me like all you're doing is showing up and saying, here I am, take me away. There's no foundation in reality. That's why my advice for all singles without a date this Valentine's Day is to round up single fellows like yourself and have your own heterosexual group date. I'm not sure how all those eligible bachelors here at Salt Lake spend their Valentine's Day, but for my 4 best single girlfriends and myself, all of us never married and not currently dating anyone, we've managed to create a fun tradition all our own. Misery loves company. What can I say? Here we go. Over the years, the Fabulous 5 have gotten together for some memorable Valentine's Day fun, going out to a production of Ballet West Cinderella, a Downton Abbey tea party 3 years ago at Whitney's. Last year, it was a home-cooked meal from scratch, because we totally rock in the kitchen. You single men have no idea what you're missing out on. Yeah, I'm sure. I have no idea of missing out on the hot mess that's coming with this home-cooked meal you're going to give me. I have no idea what that's about. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. With an estrogen-packed chick flick at Lucy's apartment. And yes, we remembered the popcorn popped fresh in Whitney's Whirly Pop Stove Pop Popper with gourmet root beer. When we throw a party, we do it right. Yeah, so we throw a party. There's lots of pity spread around all over the place. Oh, it's great. This year... I gotta get a hold of myself. This is too much. This year we're going out to dinner at City Creek into a performance of Ballet West Sleeping Beauty. The irony! Irony! Sleeping Beauty. It's like we're the beauties and we're asleep. And all we can wake up and realize we have to take ownership of our lives. The irony, I can't take it. It's great. Oh, an expensive date. Yes, which no single guy is going to spend that much on. Of course not, because he doesn't seem like he's going to get a return on his investment. Gosh. So why spend so much of our hard-earned on our amazing single selves? Well, like the old L'Oreal commercial remind us, because we're worth it. Yes, that's right. You're worth it just the way you are. You don't need to change anything about yourself. Just keep telling yourself that, and you'll keep getting the same results that you've always gotten, because you're worth it. So get out there, ladies. Have some fun this Valentine's Day. Who knows? Maybe we'll all get lucky next year. See, maybe we'll all get lucky again next year. There's no interest. Not even the idea is even populated there. Maybe I need to look inside myself and figure out what's going on here and change what needs to be changed inside of myself, so then start having better results outside. Private victories always precede public ones. A great quote from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you haven't read that book, he wrote it 1989? It's a classic. Put this on your reading list. Read this book. It's great. But the concept, private victories precede public ones. You want the victory out in the external world of dating? You got to have the victory inside of yourself to change yourself into someone who's going to be agreeable enough for the other person. Again, this is one of the fundamentals of dating. There are stages to the dating journey. And in order to progress to any one of those stages, you have to have the requisite agreement. And how do you secure an agreement? By being agreeable enough. So if you're not progressing, it's because you don't have the agreement. And if you don't have the agreement, it's because you're not agreeable enough. So the obvious solution to this problem is change yourself into someone more agreeable, so you can then secure the agreement you need to make the progress you need through each stage of the dating journey. Make changes in you. Quit putting the impetus for your happiness off on somebody else, and start living your life. Take ownership of your life. Make changes in you. That's my advice to everyone this Singles Awareness Day. If you don't have what you want, then look inside you and say, what needs to change here? And start making the changes in you that will make you more interesting, make your life more interesting, make the whole package of what you're offering to a potential dating candidate more appealing. It's really what it is. Got a little bit of time left. Let's go over. There's 3 comments here. So Unknown says, thank you. What a lovely thing to read. Single sister from Texas. Yeah, okay. Here's another soul you could add to your miserable little pity party. I just not get it. E. Richards says, what is the most all-is-wellish pacified spirit among Mormons today that is leading them to hell, as warned in 2 Nephi 28:21? Oh, gosh. I have no idea what this is, but okay, let's just move on. It's just trying to, patronize whatever it is that you're trying to push out there. And then there's this Lord Mark who says, okay, another one of these vampire, spam bot things that pushes us, and that's all there is to it. So, hey, I got news. I got news for you. If you want different results, you gotta do things different. And doing things different starts with thinking differently. And we've been talking about this whole episode. You got to start thinking differently. Put off the victim mentality. Start focusing on what you can do. Start focusing on what you do have, and use that to work yourself into a place where you become a different person. Make changes in you. Get good with you on the inside. So, if you're lonely this Singles Awareness Day, let this help you, make you more aware that the only way your single status is going to end is if you take ownership of your life. And, that's the best way to deal with Singles Awareness Day. So I hope this has helped you. If it has, be sure to, help us with the algorithms, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, share this with other people. And, you disagree with what I have to say, places to comment down below. Let's get a conversation started. And don't forget, join us next time for another wonderful episode of TED, where we explore how single married saints can learn, live, and love truly enjoyable dating. See you next time.